no surprise, I just played C major scale. Today I will play very little, but I'd like to talk about something that is very important. Playing a scale is the same as exploring a territory. Now I explored a territory of C major scale, which is Ionian mode. But the story is that C major scale has many modes in it. You could see it right in front of you. If you will take from D, it will be Dorian mode, but it's still inside of the C major scale. How about Phrygian mode? Enough? Lydian? Enough? Mixolydian? Aeolian? You go this way. You go that way, to the left. Locrian. So, C major scale has many modes in it. Now I will give you an example. Here I'd like to invoke a little friendly criticism. We have so many books and we have so many studies. Every player, jazz musician, should transpose every mode in 12 keys in order to become a jazz musician. That's the way all the books suggest. So, if we will say that every mode has, we could invoke every mode from every key, we will have altogether probably over 70 scales. And then, let's believe it could happen. Someone will learn all 74 or 70 scales. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not mathematician. So, and then what? They suggest that you have to mix those scales. Scale of the moment. Very interesting. Now I'll give you one example. Can you imagine an improviser plays in a Hebrew mode, which we know, it's here in C major scale. We call this Phrygian mode. But this is also Hebrew mode, or very close, so close that it's very difficult to distinguish what's Phrygian and what is Hebrew mode. And then all of a sudden decide to invoke a pentatonic and mixed Hebrew mode with the pentatonic. I've heard that many times. It's same thing like Israel tries to invade China. I wonder what United Nations will say about it. That's kind of situation does exist. It's not only important to learn them out, you have to mix them too. But here it's a little relief coming. I cannot play all those modes without Jewish feelings. And every time I play pentatonic, it has something Jewish in it. That's every player does it. Every player has something in it, in a process of improvisation that the player inherits from the childhood, from the song that her or his mother sang to him. That's what had happened. But not only that. It could be more than that. In a process of life, certain music could become very close to the heart of the player. For instance, I never heard Jewish music until age of 15 or 14. That music was forbidden in Russia in 1950s and 1960s. But then I've heard it, and I liked it. And I started researching it. I went to houses where all Jews were singing all those songs, and I tried to transcribe them on paper. I got very interested. Then I got interested in blues, and I saw that it could coincide with the blues. I knew nothing about pentatonic at that time except some excerpts from Debussy and Ravel music and whole tone scale. I didn't know how to apply pentatonic in jazz. Well, apparently it's possible. Michael Tyner masterfully did it, and others are doing at this moment too. But question remains, is it necessary to study all those modes? And the second question, who will decide when to play them and with which chord you will play them? And as a result, will it come out a music or it will become gibberish? That's the question. By the way, if you want to change the mode, you could change only bass. You do not need to change entire mode. So playing C major scale, take the bass B. Change it again, and all in. Change the bass, and you will change the mode. That's my opinion. Then, of course, we have diminished modes. We have all the modes, Indian modes, double Locrian, triple Locrian. And by the way, about Locrian, do you know what Locrian music is? Do you know where it came from? Do you know anything about instrument, a little instrument that does exist called Locrian? And the area when that mode came from, how it's really sound? Well, I did not find any explanation of that. But I believe someone will clarify that one day. And I hope I will hear from people who are aware of it. And I'd like to hear some comments. Thank you very much for listening. And I will see you with my future video where I will try to continue to research that on my own. Take care.